Being a woman did not let her abandon a dream to venture into aquaculture more than 2 decades ago here in Ghana, a sector which at the time was new and uncertain.
This sector did not exist 20 years ago, commercial fish farming. So it was, we were one of the first people to start commercial fish farming in Ghana. And so when we started, clearly there wasn't enough skill in the sector, and also the rules and regulations, although there were some in place there, they have been in transition to actually ensure that the rules are in line with development.
Managing Director of Crystal Lake Fishing Limited, two-time National Best Fingerling supplier at the annual Farmers' Day celebrations in 2006 and 2011, Patricia Safo has come a long way.
We started fish farming, table-sized fish, and the objective was to grow, scale up, and even process into different processes, from Kobe, export, fishing sources, and also, if possible, export it.
And being the first aquaculture company to be established on the Volta Lake, it meant a lot of toil and sweat needed to be invested to see this enterprise blossom into what many have described as a marker for the industry. But Crystal Lake, like many successful enterprises, has faced its own setbacks, one of them commercial theft.
We encountered a huge commercial theft along the line. And so when you are about to harvest your fish, and you fed so much, the fish, a lot has gone into working capital, and you also taking a loan to feed the fish, because feed is the largest component. And so you bought so much feed to feed the fish, and you go and harvest and there's no fish. That was a big setback.
Smuggling of fingerlings is another headache for Patricia and her counterparts in the sector. In 2017, a fish virus imported into the country destroyed more than 100 tons of fish here.
We did experience an introduction of a virus, into the Volta Lake, which wiped a lot of the fish farms. A lot of people in the sector lost a lot of money. And because of that, before, if you went along the lake, you see so many cages, but now a lot of the smallholders are not playing, are no longer in the sector as much as they used to be.
The company supplies fries to many parts of the country and beyond. Xavier Kojo Tekbo is Farm Operations Manager at Crystal Lake Fish Limited.
You are supposed to feed them uniformly so that each and every fry will get access to the feed and eat it, so that the concept of sex reversal that we are talking about will be uniform in all the fingerlings that we are stored in here. So basically what he's doing now is uniformly throwing the feed across, so that each and every fry that we have put in this cage will have access to the vaccine and the hormonal treatment feed.
The agribusiness has employed several hundreds of people while creating a ready market for smallholder farmers to get their stock. Ghana has valuable fisheries that generates $1 billion in revenue each year, according to a 2016 Fisheries and Aquaculture Development Plan for Ghana. It contributes 4.5% to annual GDP of a country and indirectly supports the livelihoods of 2.2 million, or 10% of all people here in Ghana. Crystal Lake Fish Limited is playing a key role in this chain, and the strategic location of its fish cages at Dodi Asante Krom is serving as a source of income for some of the locals. Osafo Edward is one of the longest serving workers here. He wants regulation in place to check importation of fingerlings, which shuts out the markets for the locally bred ones. Importation of a virus affected us heavily. Several thousands of our fish died and it depleted our stock. And so we want government to look into it. Like all other sectors of the economy, COVID-19 has impacted the aquaculture sector. Crystal Lake Fish Limited has also taken a hit.
Those who had even fish to sell, because you have to sell your existing stock before you can restock, they could not sell because of the lockdown. So the goalpost has moved. If they were stocking every 3 months, now it moved to 6 months because during the COVID period, people were not going out. So clearly we had fingerlings here we could not sell. And we still have fingerlings, which has affected our cash flow.
But Patricia Safo believes there are better days ahead. She led the creation of a Ghana aquaculture stakeholders group to advocate improvement of the fortunes of a sector.
And we hope that there will be a special court that will address this, commercial theft with anything to do with food security, whether it is pollution in the water or theft or anything like that which will disrupt food security. We believe that there should be a special court to address this.
Komla Adom, TV3 News.